Imagine you're on your way to a major business meeting with a critical presentation to deliver in a few short hours. As you walk through the airport, you feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. You know the stakes are high, but you're confident in your ability to succeed, thanks to one powerful tool, your laptop. In today's fast-paced world, a laptop is more than just a device. It's a lifeline for productivity, creativity, and communication. But what happens when you need a device that not only keeps up with your demands, but also exceeds them? The truth is, many of us are still stuck in a pre-2010s world of bulky laptops and mediocre performance. We've been held back by outdated designs, clunky keyboards, and limited battery life. It's time to break free from these shackles. One such solution is the Apple MacBook Air 13-inch Retina display, 8 GB RAM, 512 GB SSD storage, in space gray. Now, I'm reviewing the previous model, but the specs and performance are still top-notch. When you consider this device's remarkable capabilities, one thing becomes clear. This laptop is more than just an upgrade. It's a game changer. Let's dive into the design and build quality. The MacBook Air is undeniably stunning, with a sleek 13.3-inch Retina display that's simply mesmerizing. Colors pop, text is crisp, and the entire viewing experience is nothing short of captivating. With True Tone technology, you get an even more accurate representation of colors, which is particularly useful for creative professionals. Whether you're editing photos or watching a movie, you'll feel like you're right there, immersed in the action. The backlit Magic Keyboard is another revelation. Gone are the days of cramped, poorly lit keyboards that make typing a chore. The new keyboard offers plenty of travel, satisfying keystrokes, and even features Touch ID for seamless authentication. This is a keyboard that's as much about form as it is about function. Now that we've covered aesthetics and usability, let's explore the engine that drives this machine. The 10th generation Intel Core i5 processor. With 8 GB of DDR4 RAM and a 512 GB SSD, you'll enjoy silky, smooth performance and rapid loading times. Intel Iris Plus graphics handle graphics and multimedia with ease, rendering everything from 3D models to 4K video silky smooth. One of the standout features here is the storage. With SSD storage, you'll get lightning-fast access to your files, which is particularly important when you're working on deadline. And with up to 11 hours of battery life, you can enjoy a full day of work or play without worrying about running out of juice. Another often overlooked aspect of laptops is audio quality. The MacBook Air features stereo speakers that offer broader soundstage and a richer listening experience. This makes the device perfect for music lovers, podcast enthusiasts, or anyone who wants to stream their favorite shows with crisp, clear sound. Speaking of connectivity, you'll have 2 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports at your disposal. These offer faster speeds than traditional USB ports and can be used for charging, data transfer, and even driving an external display. With compatible accessories, you can even connect up to 2 external 5K monitors or a single 6K display for the ultimate productivity setup. Now that we've explored the impressive array of features, let's get our hands dirty by putting them to the test. In a world where deadlines are tight and flexibility is key, this laptop truly shines. Imagine yourself on a cross-country flight, working from the comfort of your seat. With up to 11 hours of battery life, you can hammer away at your to-do list, edit photos, or even create a new presentation with ease. As you work, the Retina display's impressive color accuracy and True Tone technology will transport you to a world where everything looks and feels like it was meant to be. It's a game changer for creatives, designers, and anyone who works with visual content. But what about performance under pressure? That's where the 10th generation Intel Core i5 processor really comes into its own. Whether you're running demanding applications like Adobe Creative Cloud or simply multitasking between Gmail and Word, this laptop handles it all with ease. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what about the cost? And that's a fair question. The MacBook Air is an investment, there's no denying it. However, when you consider the features, performance, and sheer joy it brings to your workflow, I'd argue that it's a worthwhile splurge. So what are some potential drawbacks? Well, one thing to keep in mind is that the display might be a bit small for those who prioritize video editing or 3D modeling. Additionally, some users might find the keyboard slightly cramped, particularly if they have larger hands. Compared to competing laptops, the MacBook Air holds its own, particularly in the creative and business worlds. The Dell XPS 13, Asus ZenBook 14, and HP Envy 13 are all solid options, but they can't match the seamless integration, stunning display, and robust performance of the MacBook Air. In conclusion, the Apple MacBook Air 13-inch Retina display, 8GB RAM, 512GB SSD storage, in space gray is a top-tier device that checks all the right boxes. If you're due for an upgrade or simply looking for a new machine that can keep up with your ever-evolving needs, this is the one to get. The price might be steep for some budgets, but trust me, this device will be your productivity superpower for years to come. Whether you're a freelancer, entrepreneur, or simply someone who values style and substance, this laptop is an investment worth making.